Hello everybody, I'm James Quattro, and this week we've got the 2021 Mazda MX-5 Miata Sport. So this one here has the 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine with 181 horsepower. Doesn't really sound like a rocket ship, but the Miata was never designed to be that super high power, high performance sports car. If you want one of those, I'll sell you a nice Mustang. But this one here, it was more of a kind of a fun joyride, autocross type vehicle. Just more for drop the top and really go out there and have just a great time in a little 2-seater sports car. On the upside of that type of mentality, it does have great gas mileage, 26 miles per gallon in the city, 35 on the highway. So although maybe not the most high performance car, plenty of power for the size and weight of it, but you're gonna get great gas mileage. So it really even could be used as a nice daily driver. This one here is the 4th generation Miata. And if you think about that, the Miata came out in 1989, and there's only been 4 changes in the history of the Miata, including the original. That's about an 8.5-year turn cycle for the vehicle, which in today's world is really a long time, but there's a reason for that. I mean, people love them, they buy them. It has actually been given the Guinness World Record of the best-selling sports car of all time. So clearly Mazda is doing something right with this little car. Price is right, great gas mileage. Let's take a look at this one, and I'll walk you around it and show you what this one has. All right, let's start at the front of the vehicle. This one has 16-inch aluminum wheels and a really nice painted black, which really goes with the whole black theme of this particular vehicle. And this one is wrapped in 16-inch 195 width snow tires. So if you want to take this out and really enjoy it in Central Square winters, which right now we are experiencing finally for the first time this year, this vehicle is all ready to go to enjoy some nice winter driving. So not just a summer car. And then the other thing that's really nice about this vehicle is the height. So this one is just under 4 feet tall from the floor to the roof. So nice and low to the ground. Again, not a high power sports car, just more of a fun joyrider. I did have the opportunity to take one autocrossing, not a 4th gen, but a 3rd gen, about a year or 2 ago. My buddy Mark's got one, and I was able to really test it to its limits. And again, smiles per dollar, this car is a really great deal. Now on to the trunk. This one here has the smart key. So down here, hidden, where it took me 2 days to find it, there's a little button that pops the trunk. The key does have to be within proximity for it to open. And then wow, a whopping 5 cubic feet of cargo space in here, which will not fit your golf clubs, so don't try. But also while you're in here, it does have a tire inflator, so no spare tire. Very common on smaller cars nowadays. They remove the donut spares and replace them with inflators. So if you really get a blowout, you're gonna be calling a tow truck. It is lit, which is kind of cool. It's got a nice little light in here. But again, this is not meant to be a daily driver grocery getter. It's meant to be just a fun Sunday cruiser, and really what do you need to put back there other than maybe a torque wrench, and that's probably about it. Also, to close it, you do have to give it a pretty good shove to get it to close, but about what you'd expect in a car of this size. On to my favorite seat, the driver's seat, and that really is the seat that this car is all about. So again, smart entry system. So it just detects the key in your pocket. Door opens. You do have power windows and power locks, power mirrors. And now for the real trick, let's try to get in this thing. All right, we're in. So normally I'd fire it up, but we're inside. We're not going to do that, but I will turn on all the accessories. So if you see lots of lights on the dash, that's only because I don't actually have it running. But not a whole lot to talk about in here, but this is, as I mentioned, definitely the most important seat in the house, and really what this car is all about. This car is a sharp, beautiful looking vehicle. That always hasn't been the case for the Miata. It's been kind of, shall we say, maybe happy in its appearance. Leading up to this one, they really kind of angled it up and made it a little bit more aggressive as far as styling. They also offer it in a RF model, which is a hardtop convertible. This one is a soft top. So first things first, let's drop the top. Now, no motors, nothing electric here. It's all manual, and it's extremely simple. So you just got a little slide and then pull, and then push it back. So even when you're sitting down in the vehicle, it's a one-handed operation to put it down. Very easy. On the steering wheel, it's very Mazda-ish, which it is a Mazda. You do have your Bluetooth, you've got your radio controls and cruise control on the steering wheel, and then, of course, your wipers, lights are on the stalks behind it. Analog dash display, which is what you'd expect on something in this price point. Something definitely noteworthy in today's world is a 6-speed manual transmission, and from my understanding, that is the only way that you can get this vehicle. So it's one of the few vehicles in today's world that not only has a manual, but it's the only way that you can get it, which is great. Push button start. Very few, buttons, knobs on the dash. All you've got is the hazard and then 3 climate control knobs. So very simplistic, which again, this is about driving. This isn't about a whole bunch of amenities. It's got the very traditional Mazda touchscreen radio, which is kind of interesting in the fact that it's touchscreen, so I can touch any of the things that'll pop open. But it's also got a knob down here where you can control the whole thing, all the functions, from just turning a knob, pushing buttons right here, so you don't even have to reach over here, which for what this vehicle is really designed for is super convenient, because if you're driving and enjoying the vehicle on a nice curvy road, the last thing you want to do is reach all the way over here and touch the radio. You can do everything from right here. I actually really do like that. A nice traditional handbrake, which is fully mechanical, so no electric handbrake here. A nice mechanical, old school handbrake. Now, some things that are on the quirkier end of things. If you'll notice around here, there are no cup holders, but there are. So, hitting my elbow over here, there are actually 2 cup holders, which stow away back here, which frankly are rather uncomfortable, but they are there. And I'll show you something else cool about those in a minute. You do have a little storage, I guess we'll call it a center console, a little bit of change holder here, and maybe I'll put some pens in there, but not a whole lot more than that. The cup holders, so they're back here and they are removable. So if you're like me and they're driving you absolutely insane, they just pop right out. And the passenger side one will actually clip in right over here, if I did the right one, which will give you one single cup holder out here where you can actually use it. Because obviously back here under your elbow, you're not going to be able to put drinks back there. It's more of a storage spot for these. I really don't know where the second one goes. Put in the comments below if you know where this goes, because frankly, I have not found a spot in here to put this one other than under my elbow. So you got that. As we get further back here, you do have a little storage cubby in here, which is probably, frankly, the largest area for storage besides the trunk. You can put actually probably quite a bit in there. And then the lever above that is actually the release for the convertible. So pop that up, and then again, one-handed operation from the driver's seat. You can put the top back up. So that's pretty darn cool. The fact that even though it's not power, it can be operated right from the driver's seat. Because most of the time with manuals, you got a manual hard top or manual soft tops, you got to get out, screw around with it. So if it starts raining while you're driving down the Pacific Coast Highway, you can do it right from your seat. So pretty cool there. No glove box. So really your only storage is a very small slot in here, which does fit my iPhone. A little storage here that can maybe fit a couple pens. And then a little bit larger storage that's lockable as well behind you that you can put some slightly larger things in. So there you have it, the 2021 Mazda MX-5 Miata Sport. A pure driver's car, and in a time when I really feel like that has been forgotten. Please name one other pure driver car that's affordable in today's lineup of any manufacturer. Leave it in the comments below. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. I can't think of another one, so it's really a dying breed in today's world. This one is available here at Burdick Ford for sale, so please send me a message if you're interested. I'll put in the description when it sells. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's what allows me to keep doing this, gives me a little bit of motivation, and I love reading any feedback and comments that you want to leave. Until next time, see you later.